What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my next episode of Joe Winko Talk. This is going to be a very serious topic that I'm going to be discussing, and it's also a very sensitive topic, and it might trigger some people because it kind of involves eating disorders. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knew because it might trigger some people. So I just wanted to make sure you all knew. This episode of Joe Winko Talk is going to be about a famous YouTuber. Her name's Eugenia Cooney. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Eugenia Cooney, she's a famous YouTuber who lives out in Connecticut, one of the places I always wanted to visit. And she does a lot of videos on YouTube. It's mostly just fun content, like makeup and shopping sprees and video blogs and everything. But it seems like what most people notice about her is her weight and how skinny she is. I first heard of Eugenia Cooney in fall of year 2016, and that was a really rough point in my life. I had some other stuff going on and everything, and it wasn't a really good time for me. But that's around the time when I first found Eugenia Cooney online. And I saw a few of her videos, and I saw how she looked in her videos, and I saw how thin she was, and I was worried about her, really, but I didn't really think that much about it. A lot of people were claiming that she was anorexic and that she has an eating disorder, but in her videos, she doesn't really talk about her weight or weight loss or anything like that. It's mostly just fun content, as I mentioned earlier, like her shopping sprees and her makeup tutorials and her adventures and everything. And this may seem very strange to all of you, but because of my autism, I'm a really skeptical person, really. She never talked about her weight in her videos much. She didn't mention that she was just naturally skinny. That's what she said. But the way how thin she is and everything, it doesn't really seem like someone is that thin and naturally skinny and that thin. But what I was thinking was there could be other possibilities to why she's so skinny, and this is just everything that was running through my mind. At first I thought maybe she's really poor and she can't afford food, because that kind of was the situation I was in back in October of 2016, and still now, kinda. Maybe she's that thin because she can't afford food at all. But as I started watching a few more of her videos, I saw how she does her makeup tutorials and how she does her shopping videos and everything, and I figured that can't be true. But another thing I was thinking was maybe she's sick and maybe she's suffering with a medical condition that causes her not to gain weight or that causes her to lose weight. Because another thing I thought of was when I saw what she looked like in those videos, that's exactly the same way I looked when I was first diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Because if type 1 diabetes isn't managed right, your body can go into ketoacidosis and start eating away at the body fat and everything. That's one of the side effects of type 1 diabetes. That's one of the symptoms it causes. So that's one thing I thought of. And there's actually are conditions that cause someone not to be able to gain weight at all. There's one woman who actually suffers from that condition. Her name is Lizzie Velasquez. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce her name, but forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. She was born with an extremely rare disease called marfanoid progeneroid lipostrophy syndrome. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but That's what it is. And it prevents her from accumulating body fat and gaining weight. And I was honestly thinking maybe Eugenia Cooney has something like that going on. But I didn't really think that it was the exact same thing that Lizzie is suffering with. But I was thinking maybe it could be something like that, really. But more time passed, and I still heard of Eugenia Cooney from time to time, and I still would check out her videos from time to time, and I'd still watch her videos from time to time. And again, I wasn't really that worried at first, because in her videos, she has quite a vibrant energy. Like, she moves around, she laughs, she talks, and she still seems pretty functional. I started watching her videos more and more, and I started learning more about her. I learned that she likes Pokemon, and I also learned that she loves Halloween, and I started to relate to her a bit because I love Pokemon also, and I also love Halloween. But another major thing I noticed about her, you know how some famous people on YouTube, this is going to sound a bit judgmental, but you know how some famous people on YouTube are really stuck up and they don't really care about connecting with anyone? They just are really stuck up and just want to look glamorous and everything like that. That's not how Eugenia Cooney is. When I was watching her videos, I was able to tell that she's a very sweet and very caring person. And I saw how she was talking to all her fans, because she does live streams on now, just like I do. She literally is a caring person who legitimately cares about people and legitimately cares about her fans too. And she never wants to make people sad at all. And she's very kind and very friendly. And the more I started to pick up on that, and the more I started to learn about her, and the more I started watching her, that's the more I started to become concerned about her, and the more I started to care about her and her situation, and was wondering what was going on. But I remember thinking, exactly, even if, worst case scenario, even if she was anorexic and having an eating disorder, what could I do about that? I mean, I didn't want to leave any comments telling her, oh, you look unhealthy, you should eat. I didn't want to leave comments like that, because there was a lot of people leaving mean comments about her. And that's not going to do any good, and plus that's really hurtful too. And I even remember seeing one petition online, and this kind of got me heated up. I was mad about this. There was one petition online to have her kicked off of YouTube. And I thought that was a horrible idea. Why would they want to do that? They shouldn't kick her off of YouTube. Because if she really is suffering from an eating disorder, and if she really is going through that, that's going to make things much worse for her. Don't kick her off of YouTube. I was pissed off and I was disgusted that someone would even start a petition like that. Really. But recently, in 2019, she started to catch more people's attention with her latest video that she uploaded. It was her Kingdom of Hearts cosplay video, and in the video, her condition looked worse than it ever did before. Let me show you a visual. I have some pictures of it. So, right here, the picture to the left is of her in 2016. The picture to the right is of her in 2019, what she looked like in her most recent video. And I circled the part where I noticed it the most, around her shoulders and around her chest and around her collarbone. You can see that she has lost even more weight, and that the bones around her neck are even more visible. And that video itself started catching more people's attention. More people started talking about her and everything, because everyone was really worried about her. And I even saw some videos of people saying that it might be too late to save her because of the condition she's in now. And I didn't like hearing that. I was getting even more worried, but in all honesty, I'm really hopeful that she's going to recover, because later on Twitter, she posted this tweet. Let me show it to you guys right here. So here's the tweet that she posted on Twitter. And it says, "Hi guys, I appreciate the concern. I'm taking a break from social media and voluntarily working on this with my doctor privately. Please respect that." So that was the tweet she posted on Twitter. And I wanted to reply to that tweet because I never really commented on any of her videos or anything, but I was just really worried about her, and I just wanted to show her some support. So this is what I typed, and this is what I tweeted to her right here. I typed in, "We love you, Eugenia Cooney. You are a very kind soul who deserves the best. We are all here for you, and you will be in our thoughts and prayers. Feel better, Eugenia, and stay strong. We all believe in you." And that was really the best I could think of to tell her, because I really am worried about her. And I never had an eating disorder before. I never been through anything like that. So I can't really understand what she's going through, and I can't see it from her perspective. But from what I know is that from what I learned about eating disorders, from what I know about them, when people suffer from eating disorders, they feel that there's something wrong with themselves. And I honestly feel that people suffering with eating disorders like this, they really need our love and they really need our support, really. They need someone to remind them and make sure that they know that they are a beautiful person who deserves a long, happy life and who doesn't deserve to suffer like this. Because Eugenia Cooney, she's a really kind person, and you don't find people that nice, that sweet, and that kind very often. So someone needs to let her know how valuable she is. And we can't lose someone like this. And there's another thing that I found earlier this morning. These past couple of weeks, I've been watching a lot of Christina Grimmie's YouTube videos. And for those of you who don't know, Christina Grimmie was a famous YouTuber and a musician. She was really popular on YouTube because she did a lot of cover videos, and she was a singer too. And she was murdered in Florida back in 2016. And I talked about her before in a YouTube video a while ago, and I felt really sorry for her. And recently I started watching a lot of her YouTube videos again, and this showed up under my suggested videos because I've been watching so many videos of Christina Grimmie, and I'm going to play it for you guys right now, just the sound of it. I'll have the link to it in the pinned comments, but here's the video and what Christina Grimmie said.
Hey guys, this is a very random message, but I was just watching this movie about anorexia, and I just wanted to come on here and say to anyone that is dealing with that, or dealing with how you don't think that you're pretty or accepted or something, please don't do that to yourself. I am so crying right now. Please don't do that. It is just horrible, and you are so beautiful the way that you are. You don't need to do anything like that, and it's just a shame that really happens to people. So keep going. You're amazing. Jesus loves you so much, and as do I. And that's all I wanted to say. I love you guys so much. Team Grimmy Rock.
So that was the video I saw of, that I saw earlier this morning that Christina Grimmie did a long time ago. And it almost felt like it was a message from Christina Grimmie, like from the other side. And I felt like if Christina Grimmie was still alive and still with us today, as she should be still alive and still with us today, and if Christina Grimmie saw Eugenia Cooney and saw the video of Eugenia Cooney, the words she said in that video is exactly what she would say to Eugenia Cooney. That's what I felt like. And another thing I remember thinking was that I didn't want Eugenia Cooney to be one of the people's graves who I go to visit. I didn't want her to be one of those people at all. I didn't want Eugenia Cooney to be one of those friends who I will never have the chance to meet in real life at all because they're gone. I didn't want that to happen. I want Eugenia Cooney to live. I want her to get better, and I want her to live a long, happy life. I want her to keep posting videos on YouTube, and I want to keep watching them, and I want her to be okay. Really, because she doesn't deserve to suffer like that at all. And if I could talk to Eugenia Cooney and look her right in the eye and say something to her and have her hear it and have her listen, I would tell her, Eugenia Cooney, you are a very sweet and very kind and very beautiful person inside and out. And you're a very valuable person too. And we all care about you. And the world is full of so many cruel and so many vicious and so many mean people, but you are not one of them. You are one of the nice people. We need people like you in our world. And we lose good people every single day. We lose good people. And we can't afford to lose another one. And we don't want to lose you, Eugenia Cooney, because you are one of those good people. And we all care about you. We all want you to get better. We all have been worried about you. And we all want you to be happy. And we all believe in you. And we all love you. And God loves you too. If I could say anything to Eugenia Cooney, that's exactly what I would tell her. She's a beautiful person, and do not let anyone, including yourself, convince you differently, because you are a beautiful person. And you don't deserve to suffer like that. And then I remember I saw one comment on her most recent video. Let me show it to you guys right now. It said, how incredible would it be if she disappeared for like a year and came back recovered and 60 pounds heavier? It would be one of the greatest things to happen on YouTube ever. Well, change 60 pounds heavier to 60 pounds healthier. Really. It would be one of the greatest things. Because we don't want Eugenia Cooney to go through that. We want her to get better. And we want her to live. And we want her to be happy, because that's exactly what she deserves. She's a very sweet person. And we just want her to get better. And we don't want to lose her at all. Because we're already losing too many good people every day. and we shouldn't lose another one. But another important thing that we should all remember, I'm pretty sure Eugenia Cooney is going to get better. She sent out that tweet saying that she's working with her doctor, and I'm glad she is. But even when she does start getting better, we still need to be there for her, and we still need to stand by her side. Even after she gets better, we still need to be there for her. Because she needs our love and she needs our support. And I just want her to know that we all care about you, Eugenia Cooney. And we all hope that you get better. And we're all praying for you. Please make sure to pray for Eugenia Cooney. So, that's basically it for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. Peace out, people.